welcome to episode 134 of the 5 Letters podcast. You got myself, Yels, you got Bez alongside, you got Cam alongside. Let's get into it. The 5 Letters podcast. Yes. Bez, Cam, episode 134. We're here. We're back again. Talk to me. How are you both doing? How's life? How's your last 2 weeks been? Who's been up to what? Like, what's going on?
It's been chill, man. What did I do? I went to cinema earlier this week to watch Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
3, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I wasn't going to, but then one channel that I follow on YouTube did they were watching 1 and 2, and so I watched them like obviously clips of them watching that, and it just reminded me that I did enjoy them watching 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And 2 has obviously the vault scene with
the card.
Yeah. Which was sick. It was sick. And I was let me actually go watch this thing.
Yeah.
Just after work on Tuesday. I was like, let me just go. Because I was doing nothing else. I was like, well, I might as well. But other than that, I've just been chilling. Just been living life, going work, coming home, having a good time in this cold weather. I was like, getting up in the morning and going to work, I'm like, this is long sometimes. I mean, I'm not.
I tell you guys every year, winter is the worst.
I still like winter, but it's just getting in the car. Like, if I was going to get on the train and stuff, I'd be fine because I would just wear more clothes. But because I'm getting in my car and I know I have my heat in, I just get in the car, but the car's just cold initially.
Yeah, it's got to defrost.
Heat up. Yeah, I literally get in the car, I can barely touch the steering wheel because it's just too cold.
Yeah.
But then once the car's warm and I'm driving, I don't care. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I still agree as well. It's gotten cold this week. This last 4 days, it's just gotten really cold. But if you're going to the station and walking, you don't even feel it.
You guys are talking about you definitely feel it, first of all. But you guys are talking about being outside or whatnot. I'm just talking about when I wake up and my nose is cold, I don't like it.
Never had that.
You've never had that?
No.
I have that so often. But my room is a lot colder than yours, though, by the way. I don't know what happened to me that I always have the colder room. Obviously, when me and Bez lived together, my room was colder. Now I'm here, my room is coldest room again. I don't know what happened. I feel like even back when I was with my parents, my room was the coldest one.
Does your heating not warm up the room?
It's not great.
Because, I mean, so the heat just stays everywhere else other than my room then. Because my room doesn't, when the heating's on, my room doesn't really heat up.
Does it not?
No.
So so when I came in today, for example, I come in through the front door, obviously down there, where there's no radiator. I was like, oh, it's good to be inside, but it's still quite nippy. So I was like, I wonder if Cam's got the heating on. Then I come up the stairs, I'm like, Cam's got the heating on. Cool, we're good. Then I walk into my room and I'm like, chapping. I don't know what's going on in here. Then I take my coat off and whatever, come out of my room again. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just not going back into my room until bedtime now. It's so cold in there. Even touched my radiator to make sure it was on, and it was on. But I don't know. I feel like maybe it needs bleeding or something. I don't know if that helps. But
yeah, because obviously I have two radiators in my room because of how big it is.
That's probably the problem in your room.
Yeah, no, it's just too big. And last year, one of them was off. I didn't realize until the end of winter. So I turned it on near the end of winter, but it didn't really do much. This year, again, they're both on and I touched them and they're pretty warm, but it just doesn't do anything. I wake up in the morning, the room is fairly cold, but I'm not mad about it. Yeah. And then when I'm going to bed, my bed is freezing, but that's how I like it. Yeah. So it's fine. But then, the annoying thing is when I'm working from home and I'm sitting there trying to focus on my work and I'm feeling cold. Yeah. I've got a hoodie on and everything. I'm like, what? This is kind of jarring. Yeah. But it's not the worst thing in the world because then I can do things about it. So nowadays I'll just keep my door open and the warmth from the rest of the house flows into the room, which helps.
I was actually thinking of doing that myself as well because I was like, yeah, I feel like the fact that the passageway is warm and then you go into my room and it's not, I'm like, if I just leave the door open, I'm probably going to be in a better position.
Yeah.
So I might start doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's literally just the opposite. In summer, my room is the hottest place in the house. Like, it goes from being the coldest place in winter to the hottest place in summer. And the solution to both things is just to leave my door open so that some of the heat can either get into my room or get out.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is, because my room is just generally cold, when obviously the temperature drops at night and stuff, and also, I think you know this, Cam, the window was stuck open. So I fixed it now, so that problem's gone. But there were mornings, definitely like last week before I fixed it, where I was waking up and my like nose was cold. Like obviously the rest of my body's fine under the covers or whatever, but my nose is literally like, you know, when you're just out in the snow for like a day, that's literally how my nose was feeling. I was like, this is just horrible. And then the idea of then I'm like, if my nose is cold and it's out, then why am I going to take the rest of my body from this warmth and go out and be cold as well? Like it's a lot. But I definitely prefer waking up too hot. 100%. Give me that waking up feeling sweaty and shit. I don't care. I will take
That's
that.
horrible.
It's truly terrible.
I will take that. Just hop in the shower. Like literally, you hop in the shower, you're fine. But anyway, sorry. Go on, Cam. You were saying about your 2 weeks.
No, that's it really. The last thing was just like, it's a bit cold, but it's fine. I've been chilling.
I'll go next then. Yes, similar to me. I haven't done much. I've been cinema a few times. I also watched Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Watched the Jujutsu Kaisen movie, and
I wanted to watch that, but I can't find it dubbed. So
it was in sub when I watched it. I don't think they're dubbing it in England, because they didn't say, so I just booked it, and then I was like, whatever it is, I'll watch it. But it was good. It was good. I'll get into it more later. And went to a secret screening on Wednesday.
Damn, you're going to all the secret screenings.
Yeah, everyone we see is just like, book it. But this one was, I'll get more into it later, but it was a very, very weird film. Very, very, very interesting, just to say the least.
Fairs.
And then it was my cousin's birthday last week, Saturday, so I went to Laser Quest, which was fun. I was annoying because there was one kid that beat me on both games. We played 2 games and this kid beat me. I was so pissed off.
She let Max Diamond beat you.
Yeah, man, it was good. After we finished playing, he even so they had consoles. So after they ate and stuff, and then they were playing on the consoles, and they had Xboxes with loads of different games. Man sits down, starts playing Halo. I'm like, see, this is why this guy's living the first person shooter life. Yeah, I was like, but I feel like I got done a bit, because we're meant to be doing kids versus adults, but it wasn't actually teams, it was just free for all, but you only shoot the kids versus adults. But then if you get shot by someone who's on your team, you still lose lives, and you still you still lose points, and so I wasn't shooting any adults, but I was getting shot by loads of adults. So I'm like, God. I ain't start shooting these, I get more points.
I would have been like, I'm a baby boy still, man.
So I was like, I should just played on my own, just shot everyone I saw. But I was like, no, I'll stick to shooting the kids. So I feel like I could have got more points there, but I was annoyed. I was like, should have won. But that was fun. And that's about it really for me. Also been a bit cold these last few days, but so I feel like it's just like I never had that either, waking up with a nose cold. I quite like getting into bed with a cold bed, and then you sleep so much better, and then
honestly, you sleep so much better.
Okay, so I feel like it depends, right? So if it's not too cold, it's fine, but when it gets cold, I feel like it takes so long that I need to warm the bed up before I can fall asleep. Like I can't literally before I can sleep, I have to curl up and warm up, and then I just stretch my legs out little by little, before I can fully fall asleep. I can't.
That curl is nice though.
That curl is cozy.
I feel
cozy curl.
I'm literally it's not cozy curl. I'm curled hugging myself for dear life. It's not a cozy curl. Oh man.
Getting into bed and sweating and trying to just honestly, sleeping without the covers on alone is uncomfortable. And you have to do that in the heat.
No, you don't have to.
The sheet's not the same. The sheet's not the same.
You need the weight.
Yeah.
Nah, what's it called? Summer, I very, very rarely sleep without my duvet anyway. Like I'll usually just use it anyway.
Do you have the same duvet all year round as well?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
What I'll do at most, I do the leg out.
The leg out.
The leg out. And that's enough. That gives enough breeze, enough circulation, whatever, to cool me down.
I end up going back and forth. Like I'll fall asleep with the cover off, wake up in the middle of the night like I need the weight, so I put the cover back on, then wake up again like now I'm too hot, so I have to take the cover off. Like it's not good.
Nah.
I have another duvet, so I have a thin duvet for summer. And even that's still like too hot. So I'm just like, I have to leg out, throw it, just cover your feet with it, and that's it. And then it's like, this isn't enough. Got to put it all the way over, and it's too hot. And
I can't tell you guys. I just don't know. Like for me, when winter time comes, I just immediately start to feel miserable. Like I can't explain it. Like it's just like I'm like, it's just not the one. Like when it's cold, I'm like I just don't want to go anywhere. Like and it's dark as well. Like it's not even just that it's cold. It's dark all the time, pretty much as well. And I was just like, I just don't want to go anywhere. I just want to be inside. And you got to pay all this money to stay warm. In summer, you don't have to pay. Like yes, you might be hot, but you don't have to pay money for to do anything. You just live with it. You got to pay all this money to warm up the place so you can survive. Like.
Yeah, I guess summer is cheaper in that sense.
When we were living in our flat, I just couldn't believe the idea that you would say that you preferred winter. Because I was like, the way that them man were putting their hand in our pockets. I'm like, how can you prefer this? This doesn't make sense.
Other than being robbed blind, the comfort of being cooler, nice and cold in the flat, that was nice. The robbery from the companies was peak. Yeah, so that was the balance of it. It's like I like being in the cold, but at the same time, these men are trying to take every last penny off me. So.
Yeah.
But then besides that, I've been getting into my Lego bag this last 2 weeks. So I've done a couple. Yeah, I've done like some Lego building. So I had like some cars. So I've been built those.
Mad.
That's about it.
Sound like me. I ain't got no Lego here at the moment.
Yeah, I think it's because remember I was doing a lot of puzzles at one point, and I feel like I've now that was the next one. I was like, okay, I'll get. Someone got me the Lego, so I was like, oh, give it. Let me build those, and I was like, oh, that was fun. And then I went to Costco yesterday, and saw some more cars. So I was like, yeah, I'll get those and build those. They got like a Game Boy one, which I want to get. They've got. Was watching One Piece. They got a couple One Piece ones. I was like, ooh, but they've got like so. They got the Going Merry, the Straw Hat ship. Mm-hmm. They've got one of the Baratier, which is the ship from Sanji's arc, where they meet Sanji. Mm. But that one's like £250. I'm like, yeesh, I'm not I don't think I can do that one. But
it'll take you time to do it.
Yeah, it's a big one. Yeah. But yeah, they got a couple cool ones. So I'm like, I have to lock into getting some Lego builds.
Yeah, no, Lego's sick. Like, obviously, I got the band.
The band, yeah.
That I built and then pretty much destroyed and when we moved. But then also like at my parents' house, I have like some small ones of like some characters that I've got like an Iron Man one. I think I had like can't remember who else, but I've got like I think it's mostly Marvel characters even.
Yeah.
I did a few of those, and yeah, Lego is just fun. Like I always enjoyed Lego, just taking an hour or so and just spending some time to put it together and just figure it out and create something cool. Yeah,
exactly. I can't believe how like expensive some of them are though, because I was looking like so you see like the Millennium Falcon and like Titanic and things like that, they go up to like $1,000 and you're just like, what the hell? Oh my god.
That's because there's just so many, like there'll be so many small pieces. Like, like it will be large and then it'll be made out of small pieces.
Yeah.
Like the ones that are cheaper are usually made out of maybe bigger blocks or whatever. So
yeah, true. Yeah. And then less pieces. Like I think the one I did today was like 600 pieces or something. I don't know if it's between. I think the two cars probably together were 600 pieces, so that's quite a small one.
Yeah.
Whereas the Millennium Falcon's probably like 10,000 pieces or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been me for 2 weeks. What about you girls?
Yeah, and that's why also people glue them when they do like those big ones, they glue them because they're like, I'm just
if I drop this week,
and then I'm leaving it like on display, and everything. But me, what have I done? I'm just gonna like scroll through my calendar. So I went Stoke for work, and miserable place.
Say, what's Stoke saying? I've not heard
miserable.
good things about it.
Like obviously it was for work, so I just went to my meeting and like went home. But like I went for a walk to the shop at lunch, and to be fair, from the train station, I got the bus to the meeting and then I got the bus back as well. So I did see a bit of like the city centre and stuff. Very grey, very cold, very miserable. That's all I can say, like, realistically speaking. Like, it also looked like there was no one that lived there. Like, the streets were so empty.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it was because kind of like, obviously when I arrived in Stoke, it was maybe like 10. So maybe you assume everyone's kind of at work already. And then when I was leaving, it was like 2. So maybe schools hadn't left yet.
Yeah, just just come back from lunch, so.
Yeah. So maybe that's why, but it did look very, very quiet. And I was just like, yeah, I don't know. And also I could not find the bus stop. Like twice this happened to me. So like Google was telling me like, oh, walk this way, and then the bus stop's here. And then I got there and it was like a flipping dual carriageway and there was no bus stop sign. There was nothing on the road showing bus stop wherever else. So I was like, Google.
Probably just a pole somewhere, if that.
There was no pole, there was nothing. Like literally, I was like, and there was no other people. I was looking around to see, are there any other people waiting here? And you know, sometimes when you'd be like, oh, let me look at the other side of the road and see if there's like nothing on the other side of the road that would correspond to. So I was like, okay, Google, you're probably working with like old information. There probably was a bus stop here 5 years ago or something. Yeah. It's just not been updated. So I had to, just walk along the route to see if I could find another one like around the corner, which I eventually did. But I was just like, yeah, this is wild. Like, you're so used to like moving around London where like, the information is just always going to be pretty accurate. But yeah. I
remember in Watford, me and you went to go out once, and the same thing. We got the train to Watford station, but it wasn't the Watford in town. It was the other station. And then it was meant to be a bus stop there, and we were like, where's the bus stop? And we just ended up walking to the town because we just couldn't find anything.
Yeah, I found the bus stop though. Well, because obviously I've worked in Watford, I've come back that way now.
Yeah.
So I know where the bus stop is now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did not. But that day we didn't find it. And to be fair, we probably should have.
What, at the Metline station?
Yes.
Yeah, the bus stop's just right across the road.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
but it's not really marked.
That's
probably why.
That's what I was going to say. It's not marked well. And
like the one on the side with the train station is more clear.
I think we probably saw that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a couple of things not going in our favour. 1, it's not marked very well. 2, it was dark. 3, we had pre-drink.
Yeah.
So like these are things that weren't going in our favour. But yeah, the bus stop is literally right there.
Oh, okay.
But we did miss it. I remember that.
Did you not walk to another bus stop or see another bus stop on the way?
To be fair, no.
I think we ended up just walking because I think we Googled it and then we were just like, we could just walk and we'll find one, and we just didn't even end up looking. We just ended up walking straight to the town.
I think the other thing is that the bus doesn't come down there in the night as well. I think it stops stopping and going down that route.
Maybe.
I think it takes the main road.
That might be why we just ended up walking, because we were just like, it's like a 20-minute walk. We might as well just walk it, and then we don't know when the buses come in.
I always did that walk though. I would go to Watford during the day, like just to go to the shops and stuff, and I was just like, I'm just walking.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting for this bus. But yeah, so I went to Stoke. Then I went to the Serpentine Gallery in Hyde Park. Went to 2 exhibits over there. The Daniel Braithwaite Shirley exhibition, which is like a video game exhibition, which was really quite cool, to be fair. There was like, I want to say 4 or 5 games set up in the exhibit. And when I say video game, they were more like interactive art pieces in a sense, but they were games at the same time. So like one of them was like, you had like this torch thing, and you almost like a FPS, and you had to shoot at the screen, and you were basically voting on. Like it was like a society or like an alien race, let's say, and you were like a foreigner or whatever, and they were asking your advice on things, and you were voting on like what you think they should do. Because the whole for context, the whole exhibit was quite political, to be fair, and was kind of about identity and like politics and how people like interact with each other in like a political environment and blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. So then that particular game was about being kind of away from Earth and away from humanity and whatnot, and kind of trying to be neutral and advise this neutral alien society what they should do in certain situations. Like, for example, let me see if I can remember one of the options. I think one of them was like very obviously about kind of like immigration. It was like, our neighboring planet is having like some drama. Like, should we just invade them and take over, or should we let them come over to us? Like,
yeah,
and you're looking at it like, and it's kind of set up to kind of be like these are two bad options in a way. So obviously invading and taking over is very violent and wrong, but also the way how they framed like they've got a population of like however many million, should we let them all come here? Like, so like they're trying to set it up as like two bad options and trying to say, like which one do you prefer out of these bad options? Kind of
yeah.
And it was all about, that's kind of what I think the artist was trying to get across, was like that kind of investigation of like, you might think something's good, but there's going to be bad sides to it that other people are like thinking about, and then by the same token, you might be recognizing the bad sides that someone else of an idea that someone else has, but you're not considering the good sides of it. And maybe we need to weigh these things up more. But also at the same time, I feel like the artist is very like left leaning, so I feel like there's a lot of like that kind of messaging as well, which I largely agree with.
And so it tells you a story then based on how you answer the questions.
It doesn't really say anything. Like, I think the idea is that it's trying to make you think.
Interpret, yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't really say anything. Like, one of the other games was actually quite interesting. It was like a door, and it was like a door with like a window, and basically you would have people come up to the window and say like a very short sentence, and you kind of have to decide whether, based on that sentence, whether you let them in or not. So like, for example, one of the people would say something like, let me in if you ever want to feel safe again. And you have to decide whether that's based on that, you would let that person in or not. And I feel like the point is someone might take that as threatening and be like, no, thank you.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm going to keep that door closed, thank you very much. And someone else might be like, oh yeah, no, I do want to feel safe. Like, come in. Like, and then there was one that was like, basically like, oh, socialism is the way forward. Let me in if you agree. And you decide whether you want to do that or not. And then there'd be one that came immediately after that was like, socialism is the pathway to destruction. Let me in if you agree. And then you're kind of, it's basically just loads of different like kind of political opinions and stuff. Let me in if you feel that your identity can never be changed and you are who you are. Like that sort of stuff. And then you're kind of going around like in your group or as an individual or whatever. And you get to kind of watch other people play this as well, which is quite interesting. Because in a way, this person is publicly showing you their political opinions in kind of a way.
Yeah.
Because so much of these games were like political, and you're watching them play the game, and then they know that they're being watched. So it's also a bit like, would they make different decisions if they were by themselves? Or are they like being like, oh, I'm in public, like I kind of have to maybe decide that I'm not gonna, maybe I agree with this, but I'm not gonna agree with this.
Yeah, everyone's gonna judge me.
But I think that was kind of the point. It was honestly, it was a very, very interesting thing. It was a very, very interesting exhibit. And then I went to another exhibit at the same gallery, which was, I think his name was Peter Doug, and that was just a more traditional art thing, paintings. He's a Trinidadian man, and it was just loads of paintings from his time in Trinidad and some of his time in London. And they were playing like, I think he gave them like his record collection as well. So they were playing his records loud, like it sounded like a raven there. They were thumping tunes. But he was like, I'm trying to set the vibe. So like they were playing his, lots of like soca and calypso, a bit of reggae as well, and whatnot, kind of music, and then it's just paintings from like his time in Trinidad and whatnot, which was nice as well. And then moving on, I think that might actually be all I've done. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've done that's worth talking about anyway. Right then, what should we talk about? Nah, let's get into this One Piece show. We've kind of spoke about it a lot off mic, but
Yeah.
let's talk about this because I've been, for context anyway, the One Piece remaster is out. The first 16 or so episodes of the remaster. One, I think there's some AI funky business in this also, but we don't need to get into that.
What, in remastering it, or in? Do you think in the show? It can't be in the show.
No, not in the show. In the remaster.
In remaster, yeah.
I feel like there's some AI upscaling. There's some stuff is that some of the stuff I'm looking at, like just frames that I'm seeing, just look like I'm like that looks kind of like AI-ish, but I could just be bugging. Maybe I'm paranoid. I don't know.
The AI takeover is coming.
Yeah. But yeah, I've watched probably the first 7 episodes or so, and I gotta say, not enjoying it. Not enjoying it. It's one of those ones where, yeah, I kind of expected it to be, and I've seen it before, but I guess I blocked it out of my mind. But I kind of expected it to be more serious than it is. And it's just, it's giving childish.
Yeah.
It's given for 8 to 12-year-olds.
I need to watch it again because I feel like watching the first episode. Yeah, okay, I agree with you. It is light-hearted. It's not as serious as I remembered it being, but the show is just elite. It's just elite, and I guess maybe you're never gonna get to the point where it starts getting elite because the start's not wrapping you in, which is fair enough. It's fair enough.
I remember even back in the day, people were like, "Oh yeah, One Piece gets sick after like episode 50, after episode 60," and I just remember being like, "That's a big commitment, man. Like, it's a big commitment."
It is. To sit through 50 episodes that aren't enjoyable is too much.
Because people say that about Gintama as well, kind of. Like they're like the beginning's fine, but like after like 30 or 40 episodes, that's when it really gets good. And again, it's the same thing. Like I've tried with Gintama, and I find Gintama actually funny. The beginning is quite funny, but also it doesn't grab you. And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, no, you'll get grabbed by like episode 40 of the." I'm like, it's just too long.
Yeah,
it's too much.
I found One Piece more gripping though. Like I've struggled with Gintama as well. I think I got up to episode 11. And I just, I couldn't get into it. I feel like I was watching it for the sake of watching it, but I feel like with One Piece, I was interested into where it was going. Maybe because I knew, but then same with Gintama, I know how like good it's meant to be as an overall show, and I still couldn't get through it into episode 30 because I feel like there's no story or anything. I guess at the point there,
off with,
it's just kind of random filler episodes, and it just feels like filler episodes. So, but One Piece, I feel like at least it has a story. You're getting the characters who are gonna carry that story. Like you're getting to know them. You're getting their story, and then like I guess the first main arc-ish kind of bit is what was the guy's name? Kuro. You mentioned it earlier, the cat guy,
Captain Kuro. Yeah,
Captain Kuro. Yeah, and I feel like that was a decent enough. Though, was it not good?
Oh, I hate it.
Bro, it's so bad, and it's sad that it's so bad because, the villain's bad. The introduction of Usopp is bad.
Usopp is a bad character. That I will say that Usopp is actually a bad character. Like, personally, for me, I don't like Usopp. There's a couple characters who, I feel like Usopp and Chopper are the Straw Hats. I'm not a fan of. So I don't know if maybe it's just Usopp's not a good character there, but
and then like the only kind of good thing, not really, about that arc is like the second in command to Captain Kuro is kind of funny sometimes. The like hypnotizing guy, like he's kind of funny sometimes, but other than that, everyone else is just jarring. Like Usopp and his 3 kids to roll around with him. I'm like, you don't need to shut up. Like, why are you talking? And and then the fight between Kuro and Luffy takes forever. It's like 3-4 episodes for no good reason. They're just standing around yapping like, you man.
It's the 90s. That's what they did.
He tried to talk no juice to him and it didn't work, so he had to hit for hands.
So jarring. Yeah.
I can't remember that well enough. I need to watch it again, but because I thought that was a bit more.
This clears One Piece, by the way.
Clears.
But the whole thing, or
I can only speak on the 15 episodes I've seen, bro.
yeah, but Avatar's sick. Like
That's what I'm saying. It clears it.
One Piece is sick as well. They're both sick.
I pointed to Avatar: The Last Airbender and said it clears One Piece. Which, if we go in the first 15 episodes or first 15 episodes, it's not even close.
Yeah, but the difference is Avatar's only about 30 episodes, so they have to. Their 15 episodes is very different to One Piece's 15 episodes.
Avatar's way more than 30 episodes.
Way more.
I don't think it is it?
Yeah.
I feel like each arc is like 10 to 12.
Book
isn't it?
one
I
is
feel like
maybe
it's at
30
least.
episodes.
I feel
Are
like
you
it's,
sure?
Yeah.
I feel like it's at least 45 episodes. Even if like every season's 15 episodes, I feel like that's
Nah, it's more than that.
it's more than that.
I would say it's like 40 because I'm being cutting it short with 30, but I feel like each arc's like 10 to 12, and then there's only 4 books, isn't there? Or is it 3?
It's 3 books.
Water, Earth, and
Water, Earth, and Fire.
Fire.
yeah.
Cameron's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
About 60 episodes.
Mm.
But I mean, yeah, compare that to One Piece's
But
1,000.
that's not the point. Like,
That-
I
no,
know,
but
you gotta start. You gotta start as you mean to go on.
And it's not like he knew he was trying to make 1,000+ episodes or chapters or whatever of the thing. You should be getting into it straight away. Like, regardless of what you're doing, you should be just getting into it.
Nah, when he might have known he wanted a long. That's the way it was back in the day. You wanted a long show, and I want it to run.
That's not how it was back in
build
the
the story.
Shonen
Detective
Jump-
Conan
Shonen-
probably exactly the same.
Shonen Jump has always worked the same way. Like, you start off and you go as long as you can until you get cancelled.
And they force you to write more.
Yeah. Yeah, and they force you, which is why, again, I don't believe when everyone's like, so-and-so's got an idea, so-and-so always had a plan, da, da, da. I'm like, manga writers, I don't believe any of them start with a plan. I think they start with an arc, maybe 2 in mind, and I think after that, it's all vibes. It's all vibes.
I think they must have a plan of how they're gonna.
Ooh.
I mean, as I was saying earlier off mic, I feel like Kishimoto, whatever his name is, the Naruto mangaka. I feel like obviously I haven't seen the whole show. I don't know how the Madara stuff comes about.
Yeah.
But from the setup of OG Naruto, I feel like Madara being the big bad. Obviously, he wasn't the end big bad, so maybe he tacked down the Kaguya stuff on the end of it.
Yeah.
But I think Madara coming back and being a force that Naruto has to fight against could have, like, I would believe it if he said, yeah, I had that plan from the beginning.
Yeah. You know how it ends, don't you?
I know how it ends, like, roughly.
So I think that was probably planned from
Sasuke
Naruto fighting
That's
to
what
the
I was
death,
gonna
or to the death, in quotes.
That's what I was going to say. I believe he had that in mind, but I don't consider that to be the ending, like, more than so. I believe that to just be the full stop. So he knew that the final thing was going to be Sasuke versus Naruto.
Yeah.
But that's after the show's ended, really, realistically speaking. Like, that's the show's end. Like, there's
That's true. Like, nothing comes of it.
nothing comes of it. Yeah, that's just
It's the wrapping up the show, isn't it?
it's wrapping it up, but everything is done. It's just like,
And regardless of what the story is, you can always end with a fight.
that's what I was gonna
Like,
say.
Yeah.
I feel like that was my main point, Cam. You hit the nail on the head of what I was trying to say there. That I feel like he probably had that in mind from early, even first episode maybe. But it doesn't matter. He could have done a million different things and then had Naruto and Sasuke fight. Anything could happen and then have Naruto and Sasuke fight. I feel like that's the point.
He could have stopped after. I mean, he probably could have stopped after Naruto OG.
Yeah,
Been
and had Naruto and Sasuke fight.
Naruto and Sasuke. The end of that was Naruto and Sasuke fighting.
Yeah, they fought on that one.
That was it. I think what I will say is, maybe I'm being a bit harsh. I feel like there are some shows or some manga where I feel like the mangaka knew what they were doing, or at least had an idea, if not from the jump, early on. And I feel like Fullmetal Alchemist is probably one. Demon Slayer is probably another. And That's probably
Hunter.
all.
My Hero
Hunter.
Academia. I feel like
That's not even finished, bro.
Hunter. But everything that we've seen, I think he had that all planned from the beginning.
Hunter.
How do you think that's gonna end then?
Oh, I know that it goes crazy, but I think he had it all planned from the beginning.
That's wild. My Hero Academia.
Because the thing is, I think that Hunter x Hunter is One Piece, but condensed.
Yeah.
Like just a smaller thing, and so I feel like he probably had an idea, at least up until the end of what we've seen, like the Gon meeting his dad properly.
Mm-hmm.
At least up until that point, I think he had that all planned out
Yeah.
from the beginning.
It felt like that was the ending, to be fair.
Yeah, because it would be a good ending. But I know that everything that comes after it is like, with obviously One Piece, they have the grand line that they're trying to get to initially.
Yeah.
And then after they get there, there's like the other stuff, the other parts of the sea that they go to.
Mm-hmm.
It's sort of a similar thing that happens with Hunter x Hunter. Like after what we've seen, the manga continues on, and they go to other places within the world.
Because that was what Geen said to him, wasn't it?
Like they're going to like the Dark Continent or something like that.
Yeah.
So there's like other things that they haven't discovered that the main characters haven't been to. Obviously, other characters like Geen has been there, and then he takes Gon there and stuff like that. So there's like a similarity there, but Hunter x Hunter is just a better story, start to finish.
My Hero Academia. I can kind of see it. I feel like that's one where there's probably been some detours, but I feel like for the most part he kind of had an idea of where he wanted to go with it. Maybe.
And also, I feel like the other thing is like maybe they do know where they're going. Like people like to say that Attack on Titan mangaka knew what he was doing from the beginning.
No,
I would never say.
Have you seen like I don't know if it must be edits or AI or something, but there's like clips of where you can see Eren and his older brother in the background of like early scenes, and I'm like, it must be edited or something.
I have to watch it back and
yeah,
find out
but right, if that's the case, then obviously he knew exactly where it was going the whole time. But
like, yeah, I'm like that. If that's where you were planning to go from the beginning, I don't know. I don't know what's up with your mind. If you thought that was the best way to make that show go. Or to make that manga go.
This was your plan? What you started?
It's a terrible plan. From where you started, this is the way you decided to end.
Yeah.
That's just bad.
Yeah.
You're just a bad writer.
Yeah. I feel like maybe some situations are a bit like How I Met Your Mother, in that they have the beginning, they have the end.
Yeah.
And then they write themselves out of the end, but they've already got the end. So they just end where they plan to end.
Yeah.
Which obviously How I Met Your Mother kind of did.
That's how I think a lot of them do. I think they know where they want it to end, and it's just kind of how they're going to get there, and then it's how long can I go to get there, and how many twists and turns do I need before I get there, sort of thing.
That's bad. I honestly would much rather, if they're not freestyling, I would say they probably should just freestyle, because I feel like we would get better endings, like, and better, more cohesive stuff, like in that way.
Yeah, because you would then you would freestyle off of what you've already done, rather than just, I don't know, whatever they're doing now is
circling back to context that doesn't make sense anymore, like which How I Met Your Mother did with Ted and Robin. Like,
that was ridiculous.
It would have, if the show ended in season 2, season 3, something like that, would have been totally fine. After 10 seasons or however many seasons it was, it just no longer made any sense.
This is How I Met Your Mother, but then I got Aunt Robin. Like,
yeah. That's literally it. Like, which kind of makes it feel like I was in love with Robin the entire time.
Literally. Yeah, literally. But yeah, I feel like One Piece, it could, because I don't know, because I feel like if their end goal, like if for example is like Naruto, let's say Sasuke versus Naruto is the end goal, as long as Sasuke is getting stronger with Naruto, the ending of that will always make sense, because
because they're just parallel and whatnot.
Yeah, so then I guess them making Naruto the moon and Sasuke the sun or whatever it was, the yin and yang, and them getting the opposite powers of each other, that's their way of making it make sense. So I guess it's kind of how they interpret it, but they can still tie it all together. One Piece, I guess, if their ending is Luffy gets to the end of the Grand Line and finds the One Piece, how are they going to make that all tie in whilst but they showing the whole scale of the Grand Line in the universe. But I guess it's difficult to start a show
if there's no one that's going to tell me that Oda planned all this.
Oh no, there's no chance he planned it all.
If it ends how a certain way, there's a chance he may have planned that ending, but there's no way he planned this entire thing.
Nah, so I wouldn't say he planned the entire thing. No, but I reckon he's planned parts of it, and because they show the Grand Line from the start of the show, so or like from the early episodes, but then there's probably loads of bits in between that they've added in to drag it out a bit. But then I feel like there's going to be core points, like milestones that he's planned from the start to the finish, and then he's got bits and bobs in between each milestone. So I reckon that's kind of how a lot of the big mangaka maybe work out their shows. They kind of know start point 1, point 2.
Do you know what I'll say? I don't know, man, because even if you read manga, so like I'm reading Kaiju number 8, and you see how at the end of each volume sometimes there'll be like a note from the manga. Sometimes these men are like, I don't know how we made it here, but I'm glad you're here with me. Please buy the next one.
I thought that's only after like the first chapter usually though. They're always after multiple.
I finished volume 12. I only read volume 12 last week or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's literally what I'm thinking of. My man is literally like, rah. I think they're making an anime out of this still. I don't know how we got it.
You saying that just reminded me that I'm reading the light novel as well, and this man, like, he's fully at the end of every like volume, he literally says the same things, like, I was writing this and I was like trying to come up with ideas, and I don't know how I got to where I got to, but I hope you enjoy it, all this kind of stuff. I'm like, I mean, yeah, your writing's good. It doesn't feel like the same book as the first book did, but it's still good.
Good writing.
Like, the universe is still nice and it's like still working. But honestly, I'm gonna say something crazy, which I never would have said a year ago, but I think Demon Slayer has the right formula, and people need to just be moving like that.
In what way?
In the way that it all makes sense.
Yep.
The story feels like one cohesive story, start to finish.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
and the
literally
arcs
why.
are just,
Sorry, go on.
and like the arcs are just points within the story as opposed to separate stories within themselves.
And that's why I just said I feel like the Demon Slayer. I said Fullmetal Alchemist and Demon Slayer are two that I feel like I can say I think they had the plan. I think they almost storyboarded this.
Yeah.
Like they knew where they were going with it from more or less the jump. Because I would say Fullmetal Alchemist feels exactly the same way, where like everything that happens, one continues on from what had just happened quite nicely, and also once you get to the end, you're like, I see why everything that just happened, I see why it had to happen. Like, that all made sense to get us where we ended up. And I feel like, obviously, we haven't seen the end of Demon Slayer yet, but I feel like that's the way Demon Slayer has been. So I pretty much agree. Or you do the JoJo's format, which I think is quite similar, but it's just broken up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Although I don't know what this multiversal stuff is about to be.
They got more.
They might ruin it.
Well, the Steel Ball Run thing coming on.
I don't know I don't think it's multiversal, but they're in a new universe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But to be fair, I think that they have that's the best formula, I would say. Like, kind of just do short stories in different logs.
And
like,
that work as well. Yeah.
Yeah, because then you can just make it as you make what you want of it, and then if you want to continue it, you make a new volume. But
and then you can do what you want with the new volume as well. Like, you can make it completely different to the old volume and just say time has passed.
He changed the entire
power system.
Yeah, and that's valid.
And it was fine.
Yeah.
It's a new day. It's a new day.
Because that's the issue with like the big anime like Naruto. It's like, okay, cool, you've changed the power system, but we've also seen it go from point 1 to point 2, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like the transition doesn't make sense. But if you just say it's been however many years and we don't get to see the in between, And now everyone's using this.
These
new
man just
thing.
have this new
It's
thing.
so
They don't
funny.
explain it. They just have it. It's like,
It's so funny because that's literally what happens. Part 3, there's no explanation as to where.
yeah, we don't
Stans
know where
come
Stans came from.
from. You just start watching part 3, and there are Stans now.
Yeah.
It's like cool, fair enough.
Joseph's like, I'm gonna use my hormone once, and then that's about it. And then just a little callback to people who watched the first one. It's like almost like breaking the fourth wall. Use my hormone. Yeah. And then
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, it's wild stuff. So yeah, I do think that's the case. And also because if you think about it, with like romance anime and stuff, or romance manga, they spin their wheels hard. Like I feel like they're probably worse than shonen in that regard. Like, have you read any like romance?
Nah.
Like, obviously I've got Nisekoi there. I gave it up because wheel spinning goes nowhere.
Yeah.
And the point is, with I guess how a lot of these romance animes go, they end with like the kiss.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just if that's the ending, the boy and the girl finally kissing.
Let's get to the
What
point.
do you do? What do you do to drag out? And then obviously the manga's popular, so you have to keep it going. But how do you drag out them meeting?
Yeah.
Both liking each other, mind you. But just not telling each other. And then they're just having all these
Almost
shenanigans and almost whatever. Yeah, exactly. And they just spin their wheels as long as it was just like I need this to move somewhere.
Yeah.
It just wasn't. Like there's only so many times they can go to the beach, bro.
Yeah, I started reading is it Kaguya-sama Love and War?
As well.
Or whatever. Yeah, I started reading that, but I only read like maybe the first chapter.
Yeah.
And it was similar sort of thing. Like kind of you can tell exactly where it's going, but it's like I'm on chapter 1 of volume 1.
Yeah.
And I've already read enough that I don't need to read much more because
That's literally another one. I've seen the anime, and again, it's like it's fun. Like the jokes are fun, and the scenario is fun and whatnot. But like you're like, okay, you're spinning wheels here. Like realistically speaking, they should. If they don't know that the other likes them by now, then they're madly oblivious. Which fair enough, they're teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone around them, at the very least, should be like, you know, he likes you, right? You know, she likes you, right? Like, are you okay? Like, I feel like it gets to that point where it's like, yo, like, how is this not like being told to them at this point?
Yeah.
Like, yo, I can see you like her, and she definitely likes you. Like, go talk to her, do something. Like, yeah. So, yeah, it's probably a gripe with the format, but it's also kind of what makes the format good.
Yeah.
Like you don't get Dragon going on for as long as it does without the kind of format being just right until this isn't popular anymore, or you get completely too bored.
Yeah. It's annoying though because I feel like you have to also kind of plan it, because if you get cancelled then you just end up just leaving the show in it. Like I know you lot hated Air Gear, but like that's like one where it was 26 episodes and it just left it in the air sort of thing.
But that happens.
Yeah, but it's annoying because I feel like especially when something's good, it's like plan for your direction at least, so we know we can kind of see where it's going rather than just here it is.
I think I get it. Being like a show being cancelled or whatever is frustrating. For example, like Blood Lad. I like Blood Lad.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah,
but then they don't get cancelled so much as the manga's just like
they're not popular enough.
The anime is a advert for the manga.
Yeah,
like that used to happen loads, and it still happens, I guess, just not with like popular anime anymore.
Yeah,
but where they would just only do season ones. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's kind of how it was when we were first getting into anime.
I'd say we're not locked in enough now, probably, to see most of the just season 1 things.
When we were first, but I feel like when we were first getting into anime, most shows only got season 1s. I think now they're more. Okay, let's run this back.
Yeah.
I feel like when we were like, let's say, 15 years or so, or that, let's say 2012, 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
I feel like most shows were only getting 1 season, and it was only if it did like ridiculously well.
It's true.
And they double back. Whereas I feel like now the bar is a little bit lower.
Anime is too popular.
Enough to the end.
Got season 2.
Season 2 out of his
Well, they'd already made it.
There you go. That's what I'm saying.
They even wait to get cancelled. They're just like, yeah, we're to go straight in.
So I feel like it's different.
Anime is too popular now. That's why.
That's why.
Yeah,
That's
it's just a
definitely
lot.
why.
Back when we were younger, starting getting into it, everyone was, you watch anime? Oh, you're a nerd. Oh,
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
anime's weird. And then now it's like,
I mean, they were right. They were definitely right. Hey, man, they made some points.
nah, anime's always been sick. It's always been levels.
There's been levels and it's been sick, but the anime is definitely weird. And you kind of are a nerd if you watch it. But it's definitely sick.
Nah, now you're not. Now you're cool if you watch it. Now it's like
You're still a nerd.
You're still a nerd. You're still a nerd.
You're also popular now.
Yeah.
Like, you're in a bigger crowd of people.
But are you a nerd then?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you might be cool.
Nah. Because you're still a nerd if you like Star Wars, and Star Wars is wildly popular as well. Still a nerd, bro.
Depends on the levels though. Like if you're just watching like Star Wars, I feel like people who are nerds who watch Star Wars are the ones who like dress up and like proper Star Wars watchers. I feel like if you just watch Star Wars, you're not a nerd.
Nah, you're a nerd. Nah, I'm joking. If you just watch the movies because you watch the movies, then maybe not. But if you're like someone that's like, I'm a Star Wars fan,
Yeah,
then you're a nerd.
Yeah, but I feel like it's not the same anime.
But it's the same with anime because, for example, if you just watch Dragon Ball Z, you're not a nerd.
yeah. But
if
I think if you
you're
just
saying,
watch
I'm
Dragon
an
Ball Z,
anime-
I mean, it's fair. It's like even Star Wars. If you just watch Star Wars back then, they probably call you a nerd as well. To be fair, so yeah, fair.
Or if you're like, I'm an anime fan, you're a nerd, bro. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it. I claim that.
I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me. It's fine.
I think times have changed. I feel like it's not as much. It's not as nerdy. It's not. You're
Just
not.
the nerds
It's just,
are on top.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, it's just a nerd. Being a nerd isn't seen as a bad thing as much as of a bad thing.
It's
anymore.
not seen as a bad thing with certain things. I feel
Yeah.
like you can be a nerdy anime fan because animes are. There's enough of us now. I feel like you probably can't be a nerdy Magic the Gathering player.
I was gonna say tabletop.
Probably, yeah, that was like,
Any kind of
probably still a
tabletop
problem.
D&D like type
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah,
probably
fair.
still a problem
Role-playing
in life.
and stuff.
Because again, being a video game like person is still kind of a bit nerdy, but that's quite popular as well. But I think with video games, depends what type of game.
Yeah.
I think there's
feel like
levels to it all,
there's
isn't
levels.
there? Yeah.
Yeah, with video games specifically.
Like if you're like console COD, like sports games, you're
Yeah.
fine. Like
Yeah.
you can
You're
get
not a
by.
nerd. You're not a nerd.
Yeah, and even like single player games, you're probably all right.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
certain like if you're a league player,
I mean, you
like,
say single player games. If you're like playing Dragon Souls and all that,
I guess. I was thinking more like the big ones. Like if you're playing like Horizon Zero Dawn, you ran through that game one time. You play Spider-Man, you
GTA.
ran through that game one time.
Yeah.
Play GTA, yeah,
I guess.
you're fine.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I don't know. The nerdy ones back they were like Warcraft and things like that. They were the ones where
The ones that you sink hours and hours and hours into it,
Jenkins.
and you know the whole lore of the
yeah,
situation and
exactly.
everything.
Even like RuneScape, people used to say that was a nerdy
Oh, my
one.
days.
Pretty much all the MMOs you like.
Yeah,
can't
they were like the nerdy ones. You playing the MMO?
I remember looking at RuneScape, like, because I heard about it, so I went on the website and looked at the homepage. I was like, not for me. I don't know what I'm looking at here. I'm good. Yeah.
What about sports anime then? Do you think that they just kind of go as it comes, or
Sports anime definitely goes as it comes, but it's easier because they have a formula. Like, sports anime definitely goes as it comes. Kuroko, though, I will say Kuroko was well plotted because
that's
again,
what I was
it
gonna
just
say?
like,
Yeah,
we have the generation of miracles, and we've just run the gauntlet more or less.
yeah,
That's more or less what happens and then it ends. So that was real quite planned. But I think like Haiku, let's say, I think they're just following the formula. It's just
yeah. Just have to play a different school each.
just have to play a different school, and each school is just gonna have something, someone or some skill or something that makes the game difficult,
Yeah.
and they gotta either learn to overcome it, either the first time or the second time.
What about Blue Lock? Yeah, that's another one that just kind of.
That's flying by the seat of its pants.
Yeah.
There's, I think the guy wrote one chapter and then was like, all right. Did not expect anything more and was like, oh shit, okay.
I don't know, because I feel like not all the characters, but a lot of the characters were in it at the start. So I feel like when they do that, like solo leveling, for example, where the S rank woman, she's in at the start, like they just pop up randomly, but then they have
are
like
they in it at Well, yes, they're in it at the start. I feel like you have to create a world, innit?
Yeah.
Even from the beginning, you kind of have to create a world. So you're gonna have like characters that are gonna stand out. What I was gonna say is, with Blue Lock, are they in it from the start in the manga? Because being in it from the start in the anime doesn't mean much.
Yeah, fair.
You have to be in it from the start of the manga. Because if you're in it from the start of the anime, all that means is that they saw you
From the manga, yeah.
I was like, let's just put him here.
Yeah,
'Cause
fair.
He obviously should have been here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But at the same time, I feel like if you're creating a world, you should populate it with interesting people that if you know that you're planning, hopefully, to write more, you should populate it with some people that can be around that you can use.
Yeah, but that's why I feel like they plan for it a bit more, because they're putting specific people in at points that they can like kind of, because like the in Solo Leveling, for example, the S rank woman, the blonde one, she like quite easily stops someone on the motorbike, and they were like, someone robs someone on the motorbike or something, and she flips over them and takes them down using, I think she's her powers even or something. So I feel like that's kind of like, okay, they know she's strong, this is her power, they know they're going to use her later, sort of thing.
But she was in it. It's not they're going to use her later. She's just
she wasn't in it.
She's in it from that point.
But then she wasn't in it again until I think like he becomes an A rank, or when he's like way stronger, sort of thing. When she comes into the thing that she smells him, and she's like, he smells different.
I feel like you see her again. I
think
like
she's about. Yeah. I think she's about like whenever any other, because she is in the same guild as one of the other S ranks.
Yes, exactly.
And you see them two like talking and stuff. I think she's in the same guild.
She's in the fire guy. Yeah. I don't think she was in it, because he didn't ever fight. He was only ever talking to another like person who was quite high ranked in their guild.
He talks to like that B rank person that's like his sideman, or A rank person.
Well, but he's always in like a suit sort of thing.
Yeah. But she's definitely 100 from when you see her, she's in it more. Maybe not every, like, obviously I'm talking from the anime, so maybe not every episode or whatnot, but you see her and she's around talking to people, and then you see her smell him. It's like, he doesn't stink.
Yeah.
And then, and then you see, and then obviously the more stuff happens and they go to do the ant thing and she's around way more. But like I feel like you see her being around the other S ranks bit by bit.
Yeah, like I feel like
I don't remember
her
her being
like dotted in there.
Yeah.
I feel like they weren't. I feel like it was mainly, I feel like she was only in it then, and then she wasn't really in it again until that bit where she smells him and it doesn't sink, and then she kind of just is in it because he goes into the mine and about to whoop ass, and then she comes out sort of thing. And I feel like that's the point where she's kind of in it. I feel like, because I remember
that's when she becomes a more prominent character, because that's going towards the ants. So I would say that much. But I think
that's long before that's first season still.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely first season still.
But the whole second season is going towards the ants, and the S ranks are way more prominent.
Because that's
point.
like just before he becomes an S rank, so that's just before he's like fully interacting with all the S ranks.
Yeah.
So it is kind of like the beginning of where she's more important, and because he's now more time hanging around with the S ranks as well.
Mm. But I feel like she wasn't in it before that, and other than at the start.
I think she was.
She was definitely shown like a lot, like
okay,
first season.
And honestly, if she's not, it's kind of bad writing. Like if she just comes through, takes out some motorbike guy, and then you don't see her again for 10 episodes, and then she just walks up and smells this guy. You're kind of like, what? No,
she's had nothing to do though. It's all, she's S rank and everything else.
Why introduce her?
Because she's there, isn't it? She's a person. She's gonna come into it later. So I feel like that's
you wouldn't. I personally don't think that's good writing.
It maybe was an anime that they did it, but I feel like the manga did it as well. But I'm pretty sure they introduced a lot of the people at the start, just ran like kind of just dotted them in, and then didn't show everyone.
I feel like they come back because even like Kaiju number 8, like in when they're doing the beginning when they're doing the test for whatever, you see some of the other characters get introduced that is going to be in squad 11 or whatever it is that they're in. But throughout the test, obviously you're focusing on Kafka and you're focusing on his side man. but I can't remember his
I
name.
can't remember his name either.
Reno something, Ichikawa or something.
Yeah, that's Ichikawa. Yeah.
You're focusing on them two a lot, but then it goes off and it shows you just briefly, very quickly, what the girl is doing with the
Shinomoyo, whatever her name.
It shows you so it introduces her, then it shows you very briefly she's crushing it. It just shows you very briefly that she's over there crushing it, and that the other two that were like special recommendations are over there crushing it, and that this person who is going to become part of the team is over there crushing it as well. And it's just kind of, it's not long, but it's just like, hey, we kind of showed you these characters before, and now just don't forget about them. I feel like that's what it is. It's like, don't forget about them. Let's just make sure you remember this person. Make sure you remember that person. But we're focusing on Kafka and Reno right now because they're the main thing that's happening. But we're just going to just remind you that this person's going to be important. So I feel like I get what you're saying, but I feel like the way I remember Solo Leveling is that you see her a few more times. Just having conversation. I don't think she fights again. I think she's just around having conversations.
You don't see her fight until the ants.
Yeah.
But I think she's around having conversations with various S ranks, and because you see her, and the reason why the smelling thing was important because you see her holding her nose as well after talking to people and stuff.
Yeah, that too.
But isn't that when she's walking through, like in that same scene?
No, you see it a few times. I think at least one more time other than that.
Okay.
Where I think she's talking to like some other people, and she's like, oh, smells.
Fair, but yeah, maybe okay. I just thought that's like them planning what they're gonna do when who's gonna be in what, because they're kind of showing people early on to say, okay, these are characters we're gonna be in our universe that we're gonna be using at some point. So they're here, and it's like obviously they've planned that from there to wherever they actually get introduced and actually start doing bits and bobs. So that's how I kind of see it. But if it's like just kind of that's just how the show's going, then it's.
I'm not gonna say, like I said, I'm definitely not gonna say that they don't plan anything. That would be wild. I do think I just don't think it's that far in advance. I feel
like a webtoon is different as well because obviously that's based on a web novel, which is
true. Yeah.
So it's like it's like the anime is 3 steps down the road. The webtoon is 1 step, and then the web novel is the OG.
Does the manga normally just copy the webtoon then, just like kind of redraw it?
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So it would go to the web novel, which is just words, just pure words, like a book, and then the webtoon would then just
they draw it out
make it
like rough draft sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then also I forgot about that. So if we're talking about Solo Leveling, it could be the same thing of did she appear first?
Yeah.
Does she appear as early in the web novel?
I guess I don't know. That's
probably not.
Probably not.
Considering what the scene was, they probably didn't need that in the book in order. Just writing that out. A woman saves a man or something. Whatever it was.
Just be a bit random.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is interesting though to think about like how far ahead. I think because even if you think about, let's say, comic books and stuff, different industry in a lot of ways, but very similar. I think they plan out a few kind of stories at a time. I don't so obviously. With comic books, it's different because obviously Batman has always got a comic. Batman comic is probably on issue like 10,000 or something. But like they cycle writers in and out, right? And I feel like when a writer comes onto the book, I feel like they'll plan 2, maybe 3 arcs of like, okay, I definitely know I want to tell this story and this story and this story with these characters. And I feel like you will kind of see that because those 3 arcs will kind of usually go quite smoothly into another or whatever. And then I think after that kind of 3rd arc is when you might get like a bit of a left shift. And it's like, okay, and it kind of sometimes feels like, oh, the writer just kind of decided he wants to go over here now and do something else. And then he wants to go over here and do this. And it's still cohesive because obviously, hopefully, these people are good writers and they know how to tie things together. Where you can kind of feel that, okay, this is just a bit more looser, a bit more freer than like maybe the initial 3 bits were. And then I feel like when they're about to leave the book, again, you get a similar thing because they're like, okay, well, I'm leaving now. This is how I want to leave.
Yeah.
And so I'll plan my last 2 arcs. So they flow into each other nicely and tie up all the kind of bits from my run and what I was doing, and make sure I leave everything in a good standing for the next writer, blah, blah, blah. And I think, I feel like manga's probably the same way. Like at the beginning, I think they probably have 2-3 arcs worth of ideas for the beginning, maybe an idea for the end, and then anything that happens in between that is probably just like throwing ideas at the ball. We should read more Bakuman. I feel like that has the answer.
It's a mangaka, isn't it? It's about
yeah,
mangaka.
It's literally about the manga industry. Like the main characters are mangaka.
I think that was one that only got season 1 as well. That was actually, I think I watched that. It was quite good.
And like it's so much of it is about the inside of the manga industry.
Yeah.
I feel like and to be fair, them man don't plan nothing. So like they wrote a one shot which got them was it published in Shonen Jump? I can't remember if their one shot was published in Shonen. I read this ages ago. I can't remember if their one shot was published immediately in Shonen Jump or if it was published in like a smaller magazine. But basically they did a one shot that got them a series in Shonen Jump. And like their editor or whatever it was, he was just like, bro, probably gonna get cancelled anyway. Don't worry. He's like, don't worry about it too much. This is just like, we have faith in you guys as writers. You're never gonna make a hit immediately. Just continue from your one shot, and learn what you can from this experience.
Yeah,
we're probably not gonna promote this too hard, but we'll be out there, and then hopefully somewhere down the line, we hope that you'll be able to do a Naruto or One Piece or whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like because of that, they didn't plan that much for their first like series. But I do wonder maybe when they get further down the line, if they maybe get a popular one or something, how much they talk about planning and that.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, because I guess it depends on, but it also depends on that person writing it, on how they work.
How they view
yeah.
things. Yeah, you're right.
Because but then if they plan this manga from start to finish, then they're probably gonna have their people plan it as well, and or maybe not. Maybe they'll just be like, just freestyle it.
Yeah, because the thing is, the worst part is I can see it going 2 ways. I can see it being like, oh, I really want to write a manga about the manga industry. It should go like this, and this. I can see someone doing that. And also I can see someone being like, oh, I want to write a manga about the manga industry. I know so much about it. I'll just kind of...
Yeah.
like I don't need to... I know... I've been in the manga industry for 15 years. I know how it works. I don't need to plan this.
Yeah.
Just vibes it out. So like I can see it going so like both ways. So yeah, it's wild.
They need to do a documentary or something into it. See.
There probably is some.
Is some, to be fair.
Probably in Japanese.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like a lot of them wouldn't give it up. They would act like even if they hadn't planned it, they would say they planned it. Like Odo, when One Piece is finished, is definitely gonna say, "I knew it from the beginning. I knew exactly."
If he's a man of honor, tell the truth.
But even I feel like it's quite common knowledge that Toriyama didn't know what he was doing. Like he made Super Saiyan because he didn't want to keep coloring in Goku's hair. I swear that's a real thing.
I don't know. I've never heard that.
Have you not?
No.
I swear to God that I heard that he just got fed up of coloring in Goku's hair, so he made up this transformation where Goku could go to a lighter hair color.
Oh my God!
Because so he didn't have to color it in. I swear I saw that.
It sounds like it could be real.
But he had the whole Dragon Ball doing coloring in his hair. Then he's like,
I'm over it. I'm done.
He's like, you want DBZ? Nah, I'm not coloring his hair anymore. I'll give him one season, one arc.
Because in manga form, black hair you have to color in. If you're going for blonde hair, you leave it blank, innit?
Yeah.
I swear that's a real thing.
I could see it being real.
Which then, and again, when you think about it, there's no way you can say for the beginning of Dragon Ball that he had it planned out to. You definitely can't say to Super, but you can't even really say to the end of Z
Nah.
It doesn't. It feels. It's still.
It's a completely different show.
Completely different show.
Yeah, you probably couldn't even say to the beginning of it. You probably didn't even have the.
Well, yeah, he wasn't even saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously Goku wouldn't have known he was a Saiyan, but like, yeah.
No, I know, but I feel
we didn't know he was a Saiyan. Yeah, we just knew he was found. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm saying I don't think Toriyama had that idea until then.
He was like, we need some fresh villains. Let's bring in this race of people.
From Krypton. I mean, from Planet Vegeta.
That's hilarious. It's literally that. I've never actually put that together. That's so funny. Oh man. Yeah. It's interesting. It's quite funny enough. It's kind of like wrestling.
They're just spinning their wheels as
They're
well.
fully making shit up as they go.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, you can't tell me that Cody's finished the story was planned, because that
It definitely wasn't
there
planned.
was so much nonsense in that.
Yeah.
Like, with Cody bloody being like, oh, I'm giving my title shot to The Rock and all this. Like, that was none of that was planned. Sorry, Cam, I know it's a bit of a left field for you. But I bet you Triple H would be like, yeah, no, Cody was always gonna...
That's why he's like, we wanted to finish the story.
Yeah. I have to finish the story. I know you were so angry at that when
I was fuming. Every
week,
single week.
Cody Rhodes, I have to finish the story.
So annoying. So, oh my God.
It was gas though, man. Michael Cole yelling, finish the story, Cody. Pin him.
When he lost the first match, I was like, yes, done your story. Yes, get out of here. And then he won in the second. I was like, at least he's finishing now. He's not going to talk about it. And he still comes out and is talking about, I finished my story.
Yeah, like, when I finished my story.
Yes. But I guess I feel like that's very much fan driven, isn't it? So I wonder if manga is the same. I
do think so. That's what I was saying when we were talking about the Naruto thing with the Uchiha.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I feel like Sasuke was always going to be like a prominent
big
person,
bad.
obviously. Like, but the kind of powers that, and it's also why I disagree with you about Madara being the main villain. It's because I feel like the point of Hashirama and Madara, and the fact that Madara was an Uchiha, was specifically about the parallel between Naruto and Sasuke. And I feel like that was always going to be a thing throughout the show. But I don't feel like the Uchiha were meant to be anywhere near as special as they were by the end of the show.
No, yeah. What I was going to say, well, to that point, I think that yes, the fans loving Sasuke and the Uchiha in general did boost their power. I mean, does Madara come back with anything special? Does he even have Mangaku?
Yes.
I would hope so.
He's got Rinnegan.
Yeah, does Madara
He's got Rinnegan.
He's got Rinnegan.
Yeah.
Does Madara Uchiha have Mangaku Sharingan? Come on,
I would hope so, but I don't know.
But
all I know is I saw him throwing hands and beating up.
That's what we needed to do.
Man comes back and he goes, would you like these wood style clothes to use Susanoo or not? Like, this guy has got clones that are using Susanoo, and he's offering out the Hokage. Like, do you want them to use Susanoo? No? Is that too much?
The thing is, though, like, to Cam's point about Madara being the big bad kind of from the start, I'm just trying to think, when was Madara like kind of initially mentioned? Because he's mentioned early. Because I guess Hashirama and him, well, that shit is like the parallel between Naruto and Sasuke. They are kind of revered as.
But also, also another thing, they changed how powerful Hashirama was quite drastically as well. When the show starts, Minato is the greatest ninja of all time. By the show end, Hashirama is practically God. At the beginning of the show, it's all, the yellow flash of the leaf. But
it's because he saved the village. That's why they had to. Yeah, because he saved the village from the Nine Tails.
The people who were there for Hashirama, they're dead now. They don't remember. No one remembers.
By the end of the show, everyone's glazing Hashirama as well.
They've seen him now.
They've seen him now. No, even before that, you have when Yamato is coming through and like, it's like, he's a cheap imitation.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Like, by that point, I feel like they start pushing the Hashirama's supremacy. But like the beginning, Naruto,
right.
the first season of Naruto, it's all about Minato.
I think even Tobirama was stronger than Hashirama. And
I think
like,
at a
because
certain point,
what's his name, Orochimaru was bringing them back, he was like the first. Oh my god, the second. He's meant to be, his younger brother's meant to be even stronger. And
then even when he brings up the third coffin, what's his name? Hiruzen's like, no, I can't. Like he literally blocks him from summoning the third Hokage. He's like, this can't happen.
Yeah.
This can't happen. The fourth, sorry, yeah, he's the third. He blocks him from summoning the fourth because he's like, I can't deal with this. And obviously now they retcon it to be like, oh, he was summoning Madara or someone else. Like it wasn't going to be the fourth.
Did they? I thought it was going to be Minato still, but he just.
I feel like people say. I feel like maybe it's a fan theory, but I feel like people say it doesn't make sense anymore why he was so scared of Minato when Hashirama's already there.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Because that's what I'm saying. When by the end of the show, you can't be that scared of Minato if you already got like. I feel like some people are like, oh, if you're already fighting Hashirama and Tobirama, adding Minato to that makes it ridiculous.
Yeah.
Which yes, but also I feel like if you're doing it mathematically, it looks like Hashirama's like 1,000. Then Tobirama's like an additional 100, and then Minato's like another 100. You've got the 1,000 there, bro. Like, what's 100, 1,100 or 1,200 means nothing. But whereas at the beginning of the show, I feel like it's like, Hashirama's 100, Tobirama's 100, Minato's 200.
Yeah.
And so he's like, oh, no, I can't. I've got 200 already. I don't want to double it.
Yeah.
But. Yeah, so I feel like that's why I'm not necessarily on board with this idea that Madara was going to be a big player at the end. I think he was just, I honestly think he was just meant to be lore, just world building. I think that's what he was ever really meant to be.
So when do you think then that he would have been the end goal? I guess like because obviously you have the whole Toby stuff that comes in. You think
so? I think literally when he decides to make Toby serious. I don't think he knew Toby was going to be serious the whole time.
Yeah.
I think when he decides to make Toby serious, it's probably when he knew where he was going to go with it.
Okay.
I also don't think he was 100% sure about who Toby was going to be. When he made him serious, I think that he could have just been revealed.
Could have been Shisui, could have been Madara, could have been Itachi. It's just like
But I think when he decided to make Toby serious, I think we're on the path towards the villain being Madara. But I think before that, or the final kind of big bad being Madara, even though it was Kaguya. But I think before that, I don't think that's where we're going at all.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, as I said, I haven't seen the end. I don't even know how he was reintroduced. So I don't know if it makes sense.
Obito.
I know that much, but I don't know like the whole everything around it.
And he comes out way too strong. Because again, I think
he's been training, bro.
Been training in the afterlife.
Yeah.
That's what Goku does.
Can you not feel that the heating's gone off now, by the way?
Yeah, it's gotten a bit colder.
Maybe that's why Hashirama was stronger as well, because he'd been training too.
What's Tobirama's excuse?
My guy's
he was stronger as well. He was.
They were all stronger because they were Edo Tensei. So
they didn't run out of chakra.
Yeah, they have unlimited chakra.
He's just been overshadowed by his brother his whole
life. Tobirama can't do nothing Hashirama can do.
But he wasn't ever meant to. Well, I guess from when they talk about them, he was meant to be like a more because he created the forbidden jutsus and stuff, didn't he?
Yeah.
So he was meant to be more like
scientist.
The scientist, and Hashirama's the muscle. So
I feel like they were kind of like just meant to be just two strong brothers though. Like, which they are, of course, but I feel like Tobirama's just not comparable at all. Like you can't you can't compare the two. Like Hashirama stomps him every day of the week.
Yeah.
Like
Hashirama was training with King Kai and all them man and
Karaken.
Tobirama was just like chilling with Ox King. Ox King? No, what's the guy's the guy at the gate?
Who's Yenma?
Yenma, that's it. Yeah, Yenma. He was just chilling with Yenma and them. Like but I feel like when they brought him back, they kind of made him sound like he was going to be really strong as well, because he shook the room when he was like getting angry with Orochimaru for bringing him back, and they were like, "You dare?" Yeah, and they're like, he's just as strong. He can break the thingy, the Edo Tensei, and then Hashirama's like, calm down, brother. Like, we want to be here.
But I get that, but like, when you think about Hashirama's like wood style jutsus and stuff, he's cracked. When he's like his big wood style statue thing that
can control the nine
Jinchuriki, what it is.
Not Jinchuriki, the tail beast.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So I feel like and also I've said this before, but like, if Hashirama and Madara were that strong, that far back, then their descendants were bums, bro. How did you guys get so weak?
There was peace.
There was a peace. There was like 3 ninja wars in between.
Well, so they fought in the first one, and then
they fought in. Okay.
No, they fought the first 2, didn't they? And then
they fought the first one. Tobirama's the second one.
Okay.
Then the third one is
was
the Sanin and all that.
Jiraiya and them lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So between like Jiraiya and them, there was peace, and then
there was no peace at any point.
Didn't there become peace because the Senju and the Uchiha squashed it eventually?
That's when they formed the village. So that was the first one.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's how they.
And who's the second one then?
Is where with Tobirama and young Danzo, young Hiruzen. Is that kind of era when Tobirama?
But who were they fighting against? Do you remember?
No idea.
Okay.
I don't think he even said.
Oh, okay.
It's just a great ninja war. I don't even know who Jiraiya and them were fighting.
They were fighting the salamander.
But I don't know if that was all the war was about. I feel like
we don't know what it was about. Yeah, but it was the Rain Village, wasn't it? Because that's how he ended up finding Nagato and them lot.
But I feel like that was just one aspect. I don't know if that was. I don't know if it was just Leaf versus Rain.
Yeah.
Or Leaf versus Mist. Sorry. Or if it was like all of them or what. I don't know. But there wasn't peace, man. I feel like that's what Jiraiya's whole point was. There's never been peace.
Okay.
Like, that's why he
just tensions are high at all times.
Yeah, tensions are high. We kill each other. This is why you get Naruto, the prophecy child. But but my point is, if them two were that strong, then how did everyone get so? How do we get to Kakashi versus Zabuza being looking like the way it does? It's crazy. And then when you think about it as well,
Kakashi related to, bro? He's not part of that bloodline.
But he's like the strongest Jonin one of the strongest Jonin at that point.
Well, Aldo Hichita dead, and who sent you?
He was like a Jonin at 10 years old before the Uchiha died.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. And also, when you think about it, like Kakazu fought Hashirama to a draw, apparently.
Did she? I didn't remember that.
Kakazu, not she.
Oh, Kakazu. Yeah. Sorry.
The one that was with Hidan,
the 5 thingies in it. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was an old fossil, and that's why when Kakashi was killing him, like, the younger generation, they will catch up to you and surpass you. And I'm like, wait, this guy fought Hashirama to a draw, and Naruto's caught up to him and surpassed him. But then Hashirama comes back, and Naruto is not like that. So that's what I'm saying.
He's got the power of youth back as well. Though he's brought back as a young,
oh my god,
free, ageless. He's got no chakra chains.
Surely he didn't die. Surely he died young.
How?
Because Toriyama
becomes Hokage young, innit?
Yeah, he's his brother.
We don't know how he dies, actually.
Yeah, we don't.
But that does make sense because Tobirama becomes Hokage as a young person still.
Yeah. Like,
so then,
even if there's like a 10-year gap, he still dies fairly young.
Heart virus, Goku runs.
Yeah, maybe when he comes back, he's at his prime, and he didn't reach his prime when he was alive.
That still makes everyone that comes after him a bum, because you're telling me no one else can reach a prime again, not even the yellow flash of the leaf. It's crazy.
He died young too.
That's bad.
Yeah, Hiruzen's the only one who made it to his prime. Ripe old age.
But that's the thing. That's the thing that kills me. Hiruzen versus Orochimaru is Kage level combat. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you see Kage level combat in the 4th Great Ninja War, and it's it's completely another level.
But I mean,
do you want these wood clones to use Susanoo or no? That's Hirozen was running around with a big stick, yeah. And then Madara comes back and he's like, "All right, here's 40 wood clones on your head top, and they're all gonna use Susanoo." Like, it's a very different thing.
I mean, this is probably when they're powering up
Tsunade gets cut in half almost and survives because that's Kage level combat. Sorry, Cam, spoilers.
I don't care.
That woman sews herself back up, like she gets cleaved in half, Bridget, and she sews herself back together more or less. Like, it's the most. And then people want to say Sakura is a better medical ninja. I think that's wild.
Tsunade.
Yeah, they're like by the end
of it.
To be fair, Sakura does have a great feat that I think is sick. I think it's actually one of my favorite moments. Do you want to hear?
Sure.
Naruto dies because he gets the 9 tails extracted. Sorry, this is too much. And Sakura puts her hand in his chest and restarts his heart. And I'm like, that's gangster. I'll give you that.
Okay.
But Tsunade gets cleaved damn near clean in half and heals herself from that shit. So I'm like,
she has like the slugs coming out of her, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And just like, start repairing her.
So I'm like, on the one hand, Tsunade is almost immortal, but on the other hand, Sakura basically brought Naruto back from the dead. I don't know. Maybe they're just both gangster. I don't know.
Well, Sakura had a great teacher.
Yes, for sure.
But yeah, I was just thinking because I feel like when Hiruzen was young, he was looking at Hashirama and them man as they were like way stronger than him. I don't know if this is pretty Shippuden when they're trying to power
becomes
up.
Hokage as a youth though. Like Tobirama dies while Hiruzen is still quite young.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Hiruzen's the youngest Hokage. Like in terms of age becoming Hokage, I don't know what age the 4th becomes Hokage.
Because Minato becomes Hokage young as well. I think he's the young. Well, Naruto is, but I feel like he's probably younger, isn't he?
Hiruzen is a youth. Like Hiruzen looks like OG Naruto age.
Really?
Tobirama sacrifices himself. Like it's literally to the point where Tobirama is leading the squad of Hiruzen, Danzo, and someone.
The woman.
Probably, yeah. Or not probably, yeah. I believe you. And they're young enough that the Hokage sacrifices himself for them to get away. I feel like if they're older, they just have you're ninja, fight.
Kakashi would always sacrifice himself for his squad, I'm sure. Even when Naruto is a big man. He sacrificed himself for Choji.
There was a point though. There was a point to it. It was that Choji had information that they needed to get away.
Yeah, fair.
But if Hiruzen became Hokage after Tobirama dies and Hiruzen is young,
he's young, yeah.
Then the rest of the village must have been bummy from them.
That's what I was gonna say because Hiruzen also.
No, I reckon it was probably strong Uchiha, but Tobirama is racist. He's like, no Uchiha's gonna take over.
But that's why Hiruzen wouldn't be as strong as like them because
no. But I think my main point is that Hiruzen was as strong as them until he wasn't in Kishimoto's eyes. At the start of the show, Hiruzen was probably around their level.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the show, he was no longer around their level. That's basically what my point is.
Yeah.
And my point is just that when we see them fight, they are so strong that if you take them that strong and put them back to the beginning of the timeline, it just looks like the power level had a massive drop off. That's what I'm saying. It's just a joke, really.
This is what happened. This is the truth of what happened.
Yeah.
Orochimaru is just terrible. He couldn't summon them at full strength.
That's
probably is a case as well.
That's a case for why they're not so strong when they fight Hiruzen. But it still doesn't explain why they're so much stronger than literally everyone. So yes, Orochimaru could have summoned them back at full strength when he fought Hiruzen. Sure, great stuff. But why is there no one in the village that is anywhere near their level?
Prodigies.
Sasuke's a prodigy. Itachi's a prodigy.
They're their level now.
I guess that's fair.
But they were kids at the start, so
That's a good response. That's a good response. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it skips like 4 generations.
But what, you're right. So Orochimaru was considered a prodigy, and he doesn't actually even, not even at the end of the show is he.
Nah.
Well, he fell off because he left.
He stopped training.
Started
focusing on
dabbling.
trying to live longer rather than getting stronger.
Fairs. Maybe that's the thing.
I'm just saying.
No, I know.
I'm just saying whatever.
I'm just trying to rationalize. I'm trying to find a rationale in my head. And obviously, ultimately, I'm joking. The point is, it's just power creep. And even though these characters were long dead, they had to just be.
They had to be upscaled to.
To bring them back, they have to be relevant, and to be relevant, they have to just be stronger.
Yeah, but it's just funny to think of like if you take their power creep version and put them back to the beginning before the power creep.
They destroy the village.
It just looks like you just have these two gods who somehow were killed.
Didn't kill each other, just somehow killed.
Yeah, were somehow killed. And then there was no one that was anywhere near as strong as them ever again. Well, not ever again, but for like generations.
Yeah. Because Hiruzen was weaker, and then he just wasn't as good training his people, and then they weren't as good training their people, and just the power scale just dipped until
Naruto.
Kakashi and Naruto.
A random influx of power just from somewhere.
Yeah.
It's like the quirks in My Hero Academia. They just didn't exist, and then they just
ramp up and get stronger every time. That's true. That's jokes. But yeah. But it's a bit like, literally, it's like as if... obviously, there's I think it's non-canon, but there's a story where Bardock goes Super Saiyan or whatever, right? Which is non-canon. But it's kind of as if they brought Bardock back now in Super, and he's got Ultra Instinct, Super Saiyan God, and whatever. And it's like, hang on a minute.
Vegeta killed this man. No, not Vegeta. Frieza killed this man easily.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And now we're just upscaling right to the peak of power. Like
he sacrificed
That
himself.
would
He had
100%
to.
happen though.
Huh?
That would, in Dragon Ball
Of
Super,
course
that
it
would
would.
100% happen.
Of course it would. Of course it would.
Nah, I don't think it will. I feel like they would have brought him back by now. Surely.
No, I don't think it will. But I think if they were going to bring Bardock,
Yeah, they would have to upskill him. Yeah, they would have to.
So they would yada.
It'd be terrible. It'd be the worst.
Yeah.
On my
It would be
TV.
the most ridiculous explanation you've ever come across. But they would do it.
Because you know how long they've been bringing people back from the dead and stuff. If they're not going to bring him back, if they haven't even like shown him or mentioned him or anything in this long, I'm like, surely they're not going to. But they might, and it wouldn't be that surprising either. But they might do it. They shouldn't do it.
Yeah, I mean they pretty much did it with Frieza. They brought him back,
Yeah.
and then they were like, he's never trained before.
Now he's
Now he's trained.
So he's now back up to the level.
He's past everyone's level now.
Yeah. So ridiculous. But that's literally what I'm saying. They were just yada. Here we go. Let's make this.
It's so funny. He went from being like very weak, like scrappable by humans in his base
Krillin
form.
would smoke him.
Yeah.
Krillin, at that point in time, Krillin would smoke him.
To a power level of a god, like yeah, wild stuff.
After because he didn't train for long either.
It was like 10 months or something. That just trained on the way back. To Earth.
Literally, he trained for just on his way back.
Yeah, it's wild. But yeah, anything else you guys want to talk about on the anime front? I think we'll keep it kind of brief this week.
Just we're going back to what we started with. One Piece is a good show, and I hope you can stick with it. And you're enough. I reckon there'll come a point where you're gonna be like, okay, I see where this is going.
You're never gonna see where it's going.
Well, okay, no, but you see why everyone loves it. That's more, yeah.
Maybe if I skip 50 episodes, maybe. But
The thing about One Piece is that I really want to watch it because I really want to know why everyone loves it.
Yeah.
But also, I would really like hating it.
it's fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it is with you lot as well. You just love hating it, and you just like, okay, I'm gonna hate this shit.
The thing is, yeah, like it would be one thing if I was hating it just to hate, and like I sat down and I watched it, and I was like, oh yeah, do you know what? I get it, or I can see the vision, or anything. I can promise you, tell you, hand on heart, I can't see the vision right now.
Yeah,
like I can kind of hear from what you say, what other people say, and obviously I saw the movie, the
Stampede,
yeah.
Stampede, it does become more serious. It does seem to become more gas, whatever, all of that sort of hype, all of that sort of stuff. But from what I've seen, like from the beginning, I'm like, I just can't see it. I'm like, where's this going, G?
Yeah, fair.
Like there's some times where I'll hate on something and I'll be like, yeah, nah, to be honest, it's sick. But One Piece is not that.
That'll come. It'll come. If you keep watching, it'll come.
I would love to have my Demon Slayer turn that I had with One Piece.
Yeah, fair. You did backtrack on that one.
Yeah, like I was hating it for time. For like 2 years I was hating it. And I watched it all. I was like, actually, no, this is good. This is really good. I'm really enjoying this. So yeah, I would love to have that. Because there'll be more conversations I can have with people as well. Because everyone's chatting about One Piece. And I just can't join it because I don't know nothing about it.
It's good. I always see people on like Twitter and stuff talking about when they're about to start One Piece, and then they'll start off with, I hate this show, why am I watching it? And then they're like, okay, I see it now. I see it. Okay, it's sick.
But you shouldn't have to suffer. You shouldn't have to suffer.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. You shouldn't have to suffer. But like, we just watched the first episode. I don't think that was suffering. You might. I didn't think it was suffering watching that.
One episode 120. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. 120-minute episode is never going to be suffering. It's when you get to like, when you actually, and the thing is, I'm trying to watch it in sessions, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, after 3, I'm like, I just can't. I have to take a break. Like, I just can't do this anymore. I'm losing. It's been an hour. I'm losing the will to live. So it gets like that. But yeah, like the thing is, I will always say, I don't disbelieve people when they say they like One Piece and that is good. I believe you all. I do not believe that the beginning is good. Like, I think if you watch it back, obviously you watched the first episode and you admitted it was rough. I feel like if you watched...
I said it was rough. I said it wasn't as serious as I thought it was.
Oh my God. Watch these 16 episodes.
Yeah, I will.
We'll talk about it like another time. If you don't come in here and say it's rough, you're lying. And I don't know you to be a liar. Because, this has a better first 15 episodes. Hajime no Ippo. Much, much better.
I can't remember the first 15 episodes.
When my man's boxing the tree and catching the leaves.
Yeah.
And then he's doing it with one hand. And the guy's like, you did it with one hand? I thought you were going to do it with two. Gas. Gas. And then the sparring matches with Miyata and stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, let's get onto the watch list. I'm kind of curious to hear your thoughts on Now You See Me. And Jujutsu Kaisen as well, to be fair. The watch list.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll start then. JJK was good. It was just a quick recap of the last arc, last season, and a couple bit of the next arc that's coming. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was good. It was animated very well. It was very speedy. Just kind of
breezing through.
Yeah, breeze through it, which is it was a good recap. I liked it. It wasn't. I wouldn't say you need to watch it because you've seen the last arc. You're probably going to watch the next season, so you kind of see everything, sort of thing. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. I think I gave it a 8.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was good. Like, it's Jujutsu Kaisen, man. Like, it's true. It's not gonna be bad. I feel like it was. Yeah, it's very hype, and they had some of the best bits, like Todo when he black flashes and clapping with his hand gone, and yeah, sick stuff, man. Sick stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, did you watch Chainsaw Man movie?
Yeah, I watched that as well. Yeah, that was good. I thought that I enjoyed that. That was way better than the series. I think that you watched it, though, didn't you? I think that's one you should watch, Charles, because the season wasn't good, but the movie was really good. The Now You See Me, Now You Don't. It was enjoyable.
It was enjoyable.
Did you figure out the plot twist beforehand, or is it without saying what it was?
So when we heard the voice, I was like, I can kind of identify a key factor about this person. Yeah. But I wasn't even trying to figure it out. I was like, I don't care too much to try and figure out who it is.
Yeah.
And then when they revealed it, I was like, I guess.
Yeah.
If you want that to be it, then that's what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% happy about it. I would have liked it to have been that all played into the heist of it rather than it being
the true story. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I think similar. I feel like I clocked it when they kind of hear the voice, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be this guy, and it's then all gonna be the heist and also that sort of thing. But yeah, it didn't need to happen, but it was. I guess they kind of. It was interesting.
I'll say that the dynamic of the horsemen felt weird.
Yeah,
they all feel so old now as well.
Yeah, they were. It was strange. They were kind of split off with their younger selves, and I didn't like the main guy from the new Three, the one who was the illusionist sort of thing. He did the main trick. I don't know what his name was, but he was the one who, when they were in the first place on stage and then they faked being the horseman. Yeah, him. I didn't like him very much. He was a bit annoying.
Yeah, he wasn't a very good character.
But it was decent. I enjoyed it. It was a good watch, fun watch. Then the secret screening film I watched was a film called Pillion, which was
about a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Right.
Have you heard about it?
No, I just know what pillion means.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's about a motorcycle guy who's homosexual, and he basically has I don't even know what the correct term for it would be, but like a sub. Mm-hmm. So he treats this person like shit, and just kind of the guy really loves him for being treated like that, and it's very graphic as well. So it was like, it was interesting to say the least, but it was a lot of people walked out very quickly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Like immediately, like with it, like as soon as it started, and then like because you can kind of see where it was going, because they go into they cut into a pub, and it's like a gay motorcycle bar sort of thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people just walked out then, and then like the guy gives him his number, and then he tells him to meet me like outside Primark at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
They meet up at Primark and walk down the alleyway, and then stuff happens, and then people just all got out, walked out. So by the time the film was over, there was about 7 people left in there, sort of thing.
Days, you stayed the whole time.
I stayed. Yeah, that's my rule. I'm like, if I'm going secret screening, no matter what it is, I'm going to watch it. And this was one I was like, but I was like, I have to watch it. That's my rule.
Let's see if there's a trailer for this out already. Yeah,
there must be. I don't know what the trailer's gonna depict, because it was, as I said, it was very, very graphic as a movie. And then I watched the Eddie Murphy documentary yesterday, which was interesting. Not great, but interesting. But I finished Physical Asia, which was, I was happy with that. Enjoyed that show. Good fun. I finished Gen V, which was also quite good. I see what you mean, but it's kind of all just tied into a big finale now.
Yep.
I've been watching One Punch Man season 3, which I think is enjoyable enough. Like I'm not hating it as much as other people are, but yeah, it's okay. And I've been watching Vikings, and that's about it.
I'll go next. So obviously I watched Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Mm-hmm. I've been watching this K-drama called As You Stood By, which is pretty good. It's like 8 episodes. They make their shows long. I mean, like time wise. Yeah.
How long is it?
Well, it varies, but like they will go upwards of like past an hour, like hour 15.
Yeah.
Type stuff.
That's the average episode.
Yeah. Like it's always at least like 55 minutes.
Oh, okay.
And then the upper bound is like an hour 15, an hour 20. But it's a good show. It's about what the
Why
hell?
has he got Arsenal's chaps on?
God damn.
Because he's like, let's wrestle, and then they're just doing that, and then he's got his bum hanging out.
Oh my days, man thinks he's Daniel Bryan. It's wild.
But yeah, it's mad. I didn't realize Pillion was about motorcycles.
I think a pillion is a person. If I'm not mistaken, it's a person. It's basically the person that you carry with you. So if I'm riding a motorcycle and you're on the back, you're my pillion.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Okay, fair. That makes a lot of sense. To be fair, as the name of the film.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
The K-drama.
Oh yeah,
and the lengths of it.
Yeah. So the show is like about it's pretty much just about the main plot point is abuse of like domestic abuse, and then one girl who's being abused, and her friend decide to kill her husband, and then it's just them trying to get away with that
Get
kind
away
of
with
thing.
that. Sheesh.
Okay.
But it's pretty good. It's like the way the story's told, like the way they decided to tell the story is pretty good. It's like they're showing it. Like the first episode's from one girl's perspective, the friend. Then the second episode's from the actual girl who's in the relationship, her perspective of the same, pretty much the same period of time.
Yeah.
But from her perspective. And then the next episode's from both of them together, and then also we're seeing some of the husband's perspective as well.
Okay.
Like how he's going about his day, what he goes to his job and does his job and whatever, and then comes home and beats his wife.
Sounds like How to Get Away with Murder.
Huh?
Sounds like How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah, it kind of is actually. Yeah, when I was watching the last episode, it was giving me like that kind of vibe.
Have you watched it before, or is this the first time?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first time.
Okay, because I feel like the plot. So I don't know if maybe you might watch something else. Maybe it was a Spanish thing or something, but I feel like it was a similar sort of plot, like where the woman killed her husband and then kind of went on the run with her friend or something.
I was watching a Spanish show that was like a bunch of prostitutes killed there.
It might have been that one. Yeah. Okay.
Something like that in a strip club or something.
Okay, might have been that one. Because I was thinking the plot of like them killing someone and kind of go running away together sort of thing sounds familiar, but.
And then what else am I watching? I think that's it. I've started watching Avatar: Legend of Korra because I want to finally watch that all the way through because I've only ever seen season 1.
How many seasons are there?
At least 3
Oh, okay.
as well. I think maybe there's 4.
I can't remember if I watched that all the way through or not.
Yeah. Other than that, that's all.
Fairs. Not much from me. I watched The Brother's Son, which is fun.
Yeah.
Watching One Piece. I watched a couple episodes of that. 7 episodes of One Piece, as mentioned in this episode many times. And then other than that, I'm watching Weeds again, which is kind of problematic, but it's fun still. It's fun still. Cam, imagine the episode I was watching when Bez came in. This grown ass man sexed his nephew's 15-year-old deaf girlfriend.
What? Why?
And he was jacking it, and then he gets caught like beaten off by the maid.
What the hell?
And then he manages this comes out. It comes out, and he manages to talk his way out of it twice. Not even once, twice. He talks his way out of it to his nephew, the 15-year-old boy. He's like, "Did you sex my girlfriend, you pervert?" And then the mum overhears, and he manages to talk his way out of it again.
So this show is just unserious.
But he blackmails the mum to be because she's selling weed, and he found out. But I'm a bit like, hello, he's sexing 15-year-old girls. I feel like your weed dealing is like minor compared to that.
Literally.
But fair enough. Right. But yeah, no, the show is not a serious show. It's like Breaking Bad if it was more comedic and about stay-at-home mom rather than prideful father.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen that show? What's it called? The one with Retta and someone. It's like the two sisters and then their friend, black woman, and they get into crime. I can't remember what the show's called now.
Good Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's similar concept to that. I guess
Yeah. That's a good show.
That was a good show. I enjoyed that. But I feel like this one is more because they get into crime because of the drug dealer guy, don't they? The guy with the tattoo in his chest. Whereas I feel like she just kind of does it just because she needs a way to make money, sort of thing.
They initially get into it because
of
him, but
true.
Later on, they
love it.
They're about that life.
But I think it's a similar thing with her. Obviously, I've seen the show before, and right now, obviously, I've only started rewatching season 1, and right now it's just, oh, my husband died, and I want to maintain the lifestyle, but I don't want to go back to work, and blah blah blah. So I'm just gonna sell a bit of weed on the side. That's literally just a bit of weed on the side, just as you do. But by the end, she's damn near a kingpin. It's like weed empire. So yeah.
quick one, because you mentioned the old show. Have you lot seen that they're rebooting like quite a few, or remaking or doing new seasons of quite a few old shows? So like they're bringing back Scrubs, they're bringing back Buffy the Vampire Slayer, bringing back Desperate Housewives, and I think there's a couple others. They're just like remaking their.
Why?
They didn't have new ideas. They're just like, let's bring all the old people want money, so they
make it. Everything is going to be not as good, and in almost all the cases, by a long way.
Yeah.
So with Buffy, they're bringing back the same cast of people.
I know Sarah Michelle Gellar is going back to it. I'm not sure if like Willow or thingy from How I Met Your Mother is going to be in it and stuff. But because I was looking at the cast earlier, but I couldn't recognize the name. So there was Buffy, and then I think I'm assuming she has a child or something, because there was like a 15-year-old who's cast as like the second person. So I'm assuming that's Buffy's kid. And I didn't really look into much more of the cast, but yeah, apparently they're bringing back people for it.
No Giles is ruined.
Yeah, like it'll just be weird. And Scrubs, I saw that they're coming back. So like JD's gonna be back, Turk's gonna be back, Carla, Elliot.
It's just not gonna be funny. It's just not going to be funny.
It's straight up not going to be funny.
Like, it'll be weird. It's just not going to be the same.
It's going to be so corny. Like I can pretty much see it now. It's going to be so corny. And
these shows worked because of the time, and the time's changed.
Yeah, exactly.
And
I mean, I'll watch Scrubs. I have to. I feel like
sure you will.
That's one of my go-to shows. Yeah. So I'm like, I feel like I have to watch that.
But it's gonna ruin it for you.
They've already ruined it for me with the last time they tried to reboot it. So I'm like, it can't be worse than that. But it could be. It definitely still pretty could be. But I'm like, I'm gonna have to watch it and see, and then go back and watch the old ones just to refresh it out of my mind.
Like with Charmed, when they brought that back. I did not tap in. I was.
Did you try it? No, nothing.
I was like, I like Charmed as it is.
I watched it. It was horrid.
Did you watch all of it?
No.
Okay. I started it and I was like, I can't take this. I can't do it.
I was like, I'm not gonna do it to myself. I was like, I like Charmed too much. I'm not gonna do this to myself.
It just didn't feel like Charmed though. So it doesn't take away from what Charmed is.
Yeah, that's because like with Scrubs, they're bringing back the old people. So they're still gonna feel like Scrubs. Whereas Charmed was just like, this is just three witches who. They're not charmed. They're not charmed ones. They're not the charmed ones. They're just three witches.
They're not the charmed ones.
No, they were, but to me they weren't. I was like, I
was like, how can they be charmed and they're not? I feel like they have to be the new charmed ones. But okay.
And also, it was the Page formula as well. It wasn't the Prue formula. So it was a half sister that they met because they became the charmed ones.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Fair. I mean, I didn't mind the Page formula.
I mean, it was rocky at the start.
The Page formula only worked. It was rocky at the start, but it also only worked because it followed on from the Prue formula.
Yeah.
Of like, we had this sister, she died, and then
now we've gained a new sister.
Yeah. I liked the Page formula. I like that.
Because Page was around for longer, even.
Yeah. It was what 3 seasons for 3 seasons for Prue and 5 for Page.
Yeah. Good stuff.
I mean, I think some of the best stuff does happen with Paige there.
Yeah.
Because of Paige, but because while Paige is there.
Yeah. I feel like seasons like 5 and 6 are like probably the best seasons sort of thing. Maybe like 4 and 5 actually.
Like Chris from the future and
Chris Wyatt and them, man.
Yeah.
Sick.
And Evil Leo. I mean, Evil Leo as well, but
Evil Wyatt. Yeah. That I like that season. That was good. I think that was season 6.
That was good. There was definitely some good stuff, but I always say Balthazar was my guy, so I'm always leaning towards the beginning.
He was there.
He was in it though.
He wasn't Balthazar anymore. He was just like this.
He was the GOAT. He was the strongest person.
What's the things called?
The source.
The inspiration. The episode where he says the line that you laugh at. What does he say?
What saved me the speech?
No. I can't remember. I've lost it.
What's the Seers?
Not the Seers. What's the thing where something gives you inspiration? What's that? What's the word for that?
I know what you mean.
Because there was a person, like a magical being.
It was like the leprechauns were around, wasn't it, sort of thing?
And was giving them inspiration, and they were like writing poems and stuff.
I know what you mean, but I can remember it.
The Muse.
Yes. That episode, that was when Paige was there, and
I think so. Yeah.
can't remember what he says, but he says some hilarious line.
Yeah, he does.
because
I remember it. Yeah, it was one of the ones that probably had me rolling. As
Yeah,
well.
I remember you like cracking up about it.
because I felt like he was Balthazar until like season 4, and then
That long.
He was definitely still Balthazar when
Paige was there, he was Balthazar, and then
So he's okay. So he comes in probably season 2.
yeah, and he's just Cole.
And he's just Cole, and he's a demon. He's evil, and he's trying to infiltrate him. Blah blah blah. Then the power of love saves him. He becomes good guy demon or whatever. And then they have that whole thing.
Yeah,
But didn't does he? I mean, I guess maybe he's good guy demon in season 3 when Prue kind of leaves or dies.
yeah,
And then
because he becomes the source after that, and
But then yeah, he reverts back to being evil somehow.
yeah, because Phoebe and him break up, and then that's when he turns back to being evil.
But it's not. He doesn't just become. It's not because of that though. There's something that happens to him. So they break up, and he's like, "I'm going to win her back." Blah 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 blah. But I feel like someone influences him.
I think it's
evil.
the
Muses, the seer,
Yeah, because I don't think it's just. Oh, we broke up. I'm back.
I think that turns him. That's what turns him back into the underworld, because he was never really, he was banished from it. I feel like at that point, and then he kind of got brought back after.
But I feel like after they break up, he's got nothing else to do. Really.
Yeah.
But I feel like he was still like pretty good guy.
Yeah.
But I feel like I think you're right. I think it was the seer was like speaking in his head, whispering in his ear.
No, it was the Banshee or something like that. It was because
it was a black woman, isn't it?
Yeah, the black woman.
No, there was the episode when there was the woman who like he started like not dating her, but he was basically with her, and then she made him torture Phoebe, and then that was when he was back in the dark side, like, but he was like kind of in between, and then he like killed her in the end, but then Phoebe was like, I can't even look at you anymore because of that sort of thing, and then I think the seer came in when he was the source, wasn't it?
Already the source.
Yeah,
maybe. But and then he becomes the source. But after they vanquish him, he's not around for a minute. And then he comes back later on some
as an avatar. Or something.
Yeah, Avatar. Yeah, then he's the strongest.
And they recruit Leo.
Yeah,
onto the Avatar.
The Avatar stuff was nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh,
because he had one last ride as Avatar as well, didn't he? Because he like turned back time or something to be Balthazar again, and then but Paige sneezed and missed the time jump.
There's some very good moments in that show.
Yeah,
there is for sure.
I like Zanku as well. I felt like even though that was like late on, like season 7 or something, I like Zanku.
I think that was last season.
I think so.
Was it last season?
Yeah,
because he takes over their house.
Yeah, he was. I was about to say
no, the last season was Christy and Billy, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. The last season with
Penny.
Penny. That's
they
it.
blow up the house.
Yeah.
And then they come back for
But they blew out the house with Zanku took over.
Zanku took over.
And then
then Christy
changed
becomes
their identity, everything.
Yeah.
That last season was a bit meh.
Yeah, that last season wasn't very good.
But Zanku was a problem for them.
Yeah.
He fully just won.
yeah.
I need to watch that again. I was gonna watch it again. I've been meaning to for ages. I'm like, I need to watch it again.
Talking about it next year.
It does, doesn't it? That always happens though. You talk about something like old school that's good, and you're like, I need to tap back.
Yeah, I need to watch it.
But realistically, this episode's done. It's 2 a.m. This is a good time to call it. So make sure you follow us everywhere at 5 Letters Podcast. Man, nothing else to say, man. We'll be back in episode 135 in about 2 weeks' time. Take care of yourselves. Peace. The 5 Letters Podcast.